Morning, everybody. Ooh, look at the little rain clouds. Actually, a little rain today. It's raining in Valencia. Yeah, I'm going to be going up to Valencia to a place that I used to go to before they closed, but now they're open again, Coffee Groove. So I'm looking forward to that, but also I'm excited about, I just saw my buddy, the old dog, Paul McGill, and he had a young man and his mother there interviewing them, and the boy was deaf. And was in karate. And so I said to myself, I must meet that boy. When I was younger, I had friends that were deaf, and of course I wanted to know how to communicate. So I learned some sign language, and no matter where I go around the world, you know, I really enjoy meeting deaf people. And there's a deaf community here in Dumaguete. And fortunately, the sign language used here in the Philippines is the same as used in the States. Now, you may not know this, but different countries use different sign language systems. Even it can be the same language like English, but British has the UK has its own sign language. It's different from the American sign language. But some things are universal, you know. They're basically gestures: eat, drink, you know, like that. So I'm excited to meet this young man, and wouldn't you know it, his name, Andy. My son's name's Andrew, but you know, among family members, we call him Andy. So I believe it's meant to be. Got to meet this boy. Hey everybody, this is Bud Brown, living in Dumaguete City, Philippines. Hey, I wanted to talk with you today about something kind of strange happened. But not only that, it's happened several times. Matter of fact, I had a coincidence. Well, I'll just tell you, today I was going to go have coffee with my friend in Valencia, and as I was going there, I was a little bit early, so the place didn't open till 9, and it was about 7:30 or 8. So I thought that I would stop at another restaurant that I knew was open and have a cup of coffee just to pass the time. Tagalog, we say para papalipas ng oras, to pass the time. So when I went in there, I saw somebody that I had just talked about and I had never met before. I don't know if you followed that one video. I think it was just the last one or the one before, real recently. I said that, you know, Dumaguete is not for everybody, and so there was a fella that had a YouTube channel, Geo in the Philippines. He had a title, 7 Things That He Didn't Care About Dumaguete and Why He Wouldn't Be Staying in Dumaguete. So I thought, this ought to be interesting. So I went there, I went to his channel, and I was impressed by him. He wasn't an old retired fella like most of us. He was a younger fella, and he made some good points. I mean, his life is different than my life, of course, you know, different life circumstances. So He did make sense. So I pointed that out on the video that you got to see him. His name was Gio, and his channel is Gio in the Philippines, but I never met him. Lo and behold, this morning, there he was. And I said, oh, I recognize your face, you're Gio. Yeah. I'm Bud Brown. He said, hi, hello. And we chit-chat a little bit. And so I got to thinking, you know, I just mentioned his name, and he'd been here, maybe 2, 3 or more years, but never met him. And then after I mentioned his name, I met him. Oh, well, you know, that may be just okay, so what? But a while back, it was about April. See, this is July. Back in April, I was talking with a fella about these coincidences, and he said, you ought to write it down. And I said, I never thought about that. So I was curious if they happened, these synchronous events happen more often than we would imagine. So back in April, I was talking to this fellow about vocabulary, you know, languages. I just love talking about languages, origins of words and this and that, and even generational differences in vocabulary. I was teaching 6th grade, and the new year had just started. No, it wasn't that. We just got back from summer vacation. And a common topic is what you do over your summer vacation. So this one girl said that she had just got back from Oklahoma. Well, at that time, I think over the, it was around April, or well, around that time, there was a big bombing. I don't know if you remember, several years ago in Oklahoma. Well, called, I think most people refer to it as the Oklahoma City bombing. Tim McVeigh, I believe, was the fellow responsible. So, anyway, she said, I just got back from Oklahoma City. It was the bomb. I go, what? You saw the bomb? She said, no, it was the bomb. And I'm saying, what bomb? Everybody in the whole class said, Mr. Brown, it was the bomb. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. It was great. I go, what? So I had never heard that expression, it was the bomb, before. And then since it, you know, the bombing was not that long ago, I thought, wow, okay. So I was telling this fellow about it, and after we hung up, he called me back and he said, do you know what today is? I said, no. He said, it's the anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. What? Wow, I'm just talking about it, and it happens, I think it was April, I wrote it down. I think it was April 19th, the anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. And so I said, man, that is weird. And so I was telling him about these coincidences, things like that that happen. He said, you ought to write it down. So I did. I kept a little booklet here. Only thing is, it's got filled up so much that I stopped. So I'm not going to tell you about all of them, but just some of the things that happened. It just seemed kind of weird. Not long ago, and I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, I went to go pick up a package at LBC, and they had just opened because they hadn't been open for a while, and they had collected lots of, probably over 100, maybe 200 packages. They were just stacked up all along the walls. And only 4 people could wait at a time inside. So I'm waiting my turn, and I'm looking around. I said, man, how are they going to find my package? I look over, right next to me, on a stack, the top of the stack, there was a package, brown. What? Sure enough, that was a package for me. So I thought, man, that's weird. Oh, hush. Huh? So I wrote that down. And then I was talking to one of my classmates. We knew each other, or friends. We knew each other since 4th grade. And his life went one direction, my life went in another. And his older brother, I'd had a conflict with him because, well, we just didn't get along, named Mike. So anyway, me and my friend were talking, and how he's doing? Okay, he's doing fine. And I tell him I'm great here, and you know, Philippines, the best move I've ever made. Really enjoy it. And I said, how's Mike doing anyway? He said, today's his birthday. Oh, what? Today's his birthday? I hadn't seen him in years and years, and I happened to just ask about him, and today was his birthday. When I say today, I meant the day that I was talking with my friend. So I wrote that down. And then if you followed my videos, you saw just a few days ago, I went to Bacong, the neighboring community, got lost, pulled over to the side of the road, and I thought, I was going to go to my friend Bill's house. And I'd been there before, but somebody else was in the Blue Boy and was guiding me to Bill's house. So my friend wasn't with me today, and so naturally I wasn't paying attention. And so I said, oh, what am I going to do? And a few seconds later, here comes a young man on a motor, a little scooter. Bud Brown. And so I said, oh, hi, hey, come here, please. So he comes over, and I said, I'm trying to get to a lowland restaurant. Oh, yeah, that's right. He said, follow me. So I followed him, and I thought to myself, hey, what are the chances? So anyway, so I wrote that down. And then, you know, with this Gio, I happened to mention Gio. Never met him before, and now this morning, I ran into him. Now, some people would say, okay, it's just a coincidence. And other people would say, well, matter of fact, my friend who I asked about his brother, Mike, I said, what's the chances of me asking about Mike and today's his birthday? Now, what a coincidence that is. He said, I don't believe in coincidences. So I'm not sure exactly what he meant, and I didn't ask him. But what's my point? I don't know. I don't know what my point is. I don't know what it means. So, you know, we all have our ideas. Maybe that's just the way the stars line up, or that's just the way our life goes, or I don't know what. But I stopped writing them down because they become so frequent. Well, I wrote today down just because I wanted to remember to share with you all. So anyway, I think maybe it would be interesting if you kept track of the coincidences in your life, things that, you know, where this person and this person, a certain day, a certain time, happens to line right up. So I think that would be interesting. If you have a story, I'd be glad to hear it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and I got a few other things I want to share. I'll do it in another video. So y'all take care and have a good day. Be safe. Bye-bye.